Southeastern New Mexico, buck stitch here, staying neck deep in the rough, tough cowboy stuff. Tell you, this is going to be saddle number 4 on old Murdock here. He is really coming along. He really wants to get along, wants to be with me. Submitted, you know, he's still powerful, and he reminds me of that pretty often. He can be pretty wild when he wants to be, and even when he don't want to be. It's just kind of in him. I think it might come out over time. But the first 3 saddles here, I've had my son-in-law in here helping me, and he's kind of watched me run him around the foot in here and watched the horse watch me. And anyways, he kind of got all that figured out to come in here and hooked up with the horse. And so I really got to kind of take a back seat, actually. You know, I got to get up there and just sit down and be part of the tack. And let old Larry run him around the pen here and let him get used to packing me around and everything. And now yesterday, being saddle number 3, we kind of went through a transition right there at the end, where I took over and had him kind of stopping and going, and he was listening to me instead of Larry. And today we're going to go ahead and start him with just me in the round pen, and hopefully he don't get hung in the ground. I don't want to spend much time with him just being hung in the ground and him not knowing where to go or what to do. And so if that begins to happen, we'll get Larry right back in here. If that don't happen, then we'll just kind of ease on with him. That, or he can stack me up. You know, that's just the chance you take when you're riding Broncs to start with, and then no less on a horse that's 5 years old and run wild all his life. And that's just the simple truth of the deal. I think he's going to be pretty special. I think the fellers that owned him thought so too. You can kind of tell where they had a halter on him for quite some time. It growed into his head. He just probably wore it till it fell off. But you can see that there. And he's got other battle wounds here and there, but he's never been crippled a day in his life, that I know of. And if he'd been bad crippled, he wouldn't be here with us today, is the truth of it, because you don't see wild crippled horses. You just see wild horses if you think about it. Anyway. like he is. He is. When I started this deal, I said, he's so tough that if he wanted to be, he could be too tough. And I wasn't sure what kind of decision he was going to make, but if we don't have some big kind of accident where he gets scared or whatever, I think he's made his decision. Thought I'd share.